beautiful legacy. Every line, every curve leaves a trace of who we were.
Hello and welcome. You are listening to A Beautiful Legacy. I'm your host, Tiago Pinto, and this is your short daily pause to learn from the people who shaped how we live, shop, work, and move. In each episode, we take 10 minutes to revisit one creator and uncover the ideas, the systems, and the choices that still define our world today. Take a moment to follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts. Today's story is about the conscious revolution on cosmetics retail. It takes us to Brighton, in the year of 1976. A small shop by the sea opens its doors. Its walls are painted green, the bottles are recycled, and the labels are typed on an old machine. Inside, there's no glamour, just purpose. A sign reads, "Against animal testing." Another says, "Refill here." The woman behind the counter is Anita Roddick, and with that humble shop, she would prove that a business could have a soul. Anita Roddick was born in 1942 to Italian immigrants in post-war England. Her parents ran a small cafe, where she learned that business could serve, not exploit, its community. When her husband left to travel South America, she opened a cosmetics shop to support her two daughters. But she refused to follow the beauty industry's script. No exaggerations, no fantasies, just honesty, ethics, and sustainability, long before those words became trends. Her first 15 products were made from natural ingredients she discovered during her travels. They were cruelty-free, refillable, and sold in plain bottles because she believed the value was inside, not in the packaging. Customers didn't just buy creams, they joined the cause. Roddick's stores became her loudspeakers. She filled windows not with promotions, but with petitions for Greenpeace, Amnesty International, and fair trade cooperatives. Her campaigns gave beauty a conscience. "Save the whales" appeared next to the soap display. "Stop violence against women" ran across shop windows. "Trade, not aid" supported small producers in Ghana and Nepal. Where most brands built empires on aspiration, she built one on activism. She proved that a global company could fight global issues and still grow. By the 1990s, the Body Shop was no longer a single store. It was a movement with over 1,000 doors opened, each one a little embassy of ethics. To Roddick, commerce was never separate from conscience. She saw money as energy to be directed towards justice, not just profit. She told her employees, "Being good is good business." Her leadership was emotional, her storytelling personal. She spoke of indigenous women she met in the Amazon, or of farmers who harvest cocoa butter sustainably. Every product came with a human story, not a fantasy, but a connection. This was her genius. She turned consumers into citizens and shopping into a form of self-expression that aligned with one's values.
Every line, every curve leaves a trace of who we were.
When Anita Roddick passed away in 2007, she left behind more than a company. She left behind a blueprint for how to run a brand with empathy. Every refill station, every cruelty-free seal, every transparent supply chain owes something to her rebellion. Today, the idea that the store can stand for something, not just sell anything, exists because she proved it could. She once said, "I want to work for a company that contributes to the community, not feeds off it." And she built exactly that. The Body Shop remains her manifesto in motion. Proof that ethics and beauty can share the same mirror.
Beautiful legacy.
What does it mean for the world as we know it today? Walk into almost any European high street today, and her fingerprints are everywhere. Refill stations, cruelty-free labels, fair trade cooperatives, transparent ingredient lists, cause-based campaigns. These are now industry norms. And that's because Anita Roddick treated them as non-negotiable decades before anyone else cared. She set the standard for ethical retailing. Before her, sustainability was a niche concern. After her, it became a baseline expectation. She proved that the store could speak about human rights, about environmental responsibility, about dignity in supply chains, and more importantly, that customers would listen. The idea that a brand must disclose where ingredients came from, how workers are treated, how packaging is made, and what social purpose it supports is no longer seen as radical. It is simply the minimum. And that minimum is hers. In a world now shaped by ESG benchmarks, conscious consumption, and activist brands, Anita Roddick's thinking is embedded in the operating system of modern commerce. Retailers no longer ask whether ethics belong in business. They ask how far they can go, because she showed them the way. Her legacy is not a store format or a product line. It is a shift in global behavior. The expectation that business should do good, not just less harm. She rebuilt the moral foundations of retail, and those foundations still hold the industry up today.
Every line, every curve leaves a trace of who we were.
Anita Roddick didn't just redefine beauty. She redefined business itself, showing that integrity could scale and that doing good could be contagious. She gave commerce a conscience, and that, truly, is a beautiful legacy.
Beautiful legacy.
You've been listening to A Beautiful Legacy, a short moment of clarity in a moment built by remarkable minds. If it inspired you, follow the show and join me again on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Until then, keep noticing the beauty people leave behind.
Beautiful